I've worked with some of the biggest and greatest, most talented people in the world. I'm re-entering a phase in my life as a family man.
You haven't sent a diaper.
Listen,
you haven't sent clothes.
Do not point fingers at me. I'm ready to face the music. I don't know how I got myself into this one called a reality show in my beautiful home country, South Africa. It's nice to end with something coming out of this horrible year we all have experienced, around the world.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we all know you as this legendary singer, producer, composer, obviously in particular from the iconic intro to The Lion King, The Circle of Life. And now, as you said, you have your own reality TV show called Lebo M Coming Home on Showmax. Why did you decide to do a reality series?
I'm still asking myself that. It's not the first time I get asked. It's over a decade now, and I always thought this like the strangest proposal, request, or ask. First, I thought it's a conspiracy because my kids always joked about the nature of our family. The sell to me was, look at it this way. The world, not only the country, the world has gone through this depression. The world is upside down, and how awesome would it be to come out and have a conversation from a completely different point of view. It's like a therapeutic thing for me, my family, and country and community, just to have a different conversation. It's got high moments, it's got painful moments, it's got dramatic moments, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm about to do the longest interview, 10 episodes on Lebo M. I loved the idea of having a project, reality or not, that proposes a different discussion that is non-existent, especially in our country. Family. There's nothing that's happening in my family that's not happening in most families. That's
amazing. So obviously, like you were saying, we can expect a lot of family, a lot of behind the scenes, everyday, day-to-day life kind of stuff. Obviously, your personal life, because you've been in the limelight for such a long time, has been in the limelight for a while as well. But obviously, having cameras follow you around is a little bit more personal than what you used to.
Even within the dysfunctionality of my family history. First wife, 2 kids, married. Second wife, married, 3 kids. Angela, married, 5.5 years, 1 kid.
And why did you decide to title it Lebo M Coming Home?
How this title was also sold to me is because the director, a brilliant young sister, Valentino, realized or did her research that I've been really consumed with following my Xhosa tradition and culture over the years, especially the older my mother becomes. I've been very passionate about that part of my life, very privately about it. And she and Teddy and everybody came up and say, well, as much as you've been in exile, much as you've been in and out of South Africa, your desire to really confirm your Xhosa roots is coming home, for real. And I think that's how Coming Home came about.
I love that. That's really special. You've been in the business since you were like 13 or 12, singing in a club in Soweto, and you've worked hard to be where you are now. You've worked with so many people as well. What advice would you have for someone who's starting out in the business?
I'm still looking for advice.
No.
I never try to give advice. I just share thoughts and opinion based on experience. And the only thing I've learned in life, both personally but especially professionally, is being yourself and being true to who you are, being authentic to your craft, and being the best you can be in your craft gives you a better chance in life, period.
Absolutely. That's sound advice.
I like sharing thoughts.
I mean thoughts, sorry.
Lord, boy, do I
thoughts.
need advice. I need advice with so much, but so it's very hard for me to give advice. In fact, I'm still seeking advice every day I wake up, and there's nobody, look at this, there's no one here to advise me.
It's a constant learning process, this life thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back a little bit quickly with the Lion King intro. I believe it's the first and only take you ever did.
It's the first and only take we did. In fact, I was beginning to come home to South Africa because us exiles were allowed to come home. And I got a call to quickly rush to LA, and I landed, saw my friend Hans and a bunch of white people in the studio. And I said, Hans, what's going on? And he said, forget the white people. We are doing this demo. But because me and Hans had always, joked about things, and we have a very natural environment of working. And this was, I think, our third or fourth film together. Instinctively, he played the track, just a few bars and chords of Circle of Life. I said, shit, I like this. And I started building the chant, and the track was already there, really nice. And I started building, because I'm rushing. I was flying, landing to do this demo, meet some people, and go right back home. I'm into South Africa at this point. Just when I was about to leave the room, they showed me the image of Mufasa going up to Pride Rock at that time, which was still in, was not a finished product image. And I don't know what happened. I look at that because they had given me a sense of the storyline. I didn't have a script. So I said, hey, turn the mic back on to Hans. And I went rap it. I looked at the image and I said, nah, and I left.
I love it.
First take, and the first take stayed. One-time take, which was pretty awesome because, again, is the authenticity of it and how organic it was, how we always work with Hans, really created what now has become the iconic beginning of The Lion King.
I love that. That's such a beautiful story. And every time I hear that, it just gives me goosebumps. Even now when you slightly did it, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
I did.
I love that you talk about Hans in such a chilled way, because obviously you guys are such good friends, and you're referring to Hans Zimmer, who is an amazing soundtrack composer. So it's really cool. I mean, I assume you guys are still very good friends.
Next year is 30 years since me and Hans started working together. Our first movie was Power of One, which is another reason I found myself doing a reality show, because most people say, we don't know shit about you. We don't know who you are. We just know your work, blah, 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 blah. Say, let's have fun. Plus, it's a build up to a very exciting year that we're looking forward to celebrating my first movie and first friendship with Hans on a movie called Power of One. And
will we see a lot of your background story in the reality show?
There's a lot of that.
Okay, good.
There's a lot of, I'm told.
Oh, you're told. Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
There. I think I was there when they were shooting. Most of the time, I forgot that there's cameras around me, so I'm more stressed about what the hell did I say? What's going? Now, I don't want to look at any footage. I don't want to look at any footage because I want to now enjoy this part of it.
That's so exciting. I love that. So we'll watch it together then.
Yeah, I will. I will be like glued to my, and I will be somewhere in the world. I don't want to be old.
Lebo, thank you so much for your time. It's been amazing talking to you, and I'm really excited for your reality show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
5FM. Watch 5FM TV on YouTube. 5FM.